Quite often when I'm streaming, I get messages in chat saying that someone is new to the game and they're asking for advice as to which survivors they should level up first and what perks they should go for. So I figured, since I'm being asked so often, why not make a video on the topic so that people can find out all the information without having to ask anyone. So let's jump straight into the video. When learning how to play Survivor, some of us have different issues and some of us struggle with different things. So this guide is going to be a pick and choose guide so you can create a more customized experience for your issues and what you need. So I'm going to list issues and provide the solutions to them, which means you can choose which ones you need and when you're going to use them. So the first issue is struggling to find windows and pallets, aka loops. And the solution to this is a wonderful perk called Windows of Opportunity from Kate Denson. This lovely perk shows the auras of all windows and pallets within a certain radius of you, which means you are always ready for any chase that the killers may throw your way. Although the perk does go on cooldown once you use a pallet or vault a window, it is active for a long enough time for you to generally get a memorization of all the pallets in your local area. Now, the biggest setback for this perk is the fact that it is locked behind a DLC paywall. You would have to buy the Curtain Call chapter in order to gain access to Kate Denson, which is where this perk comes from. This is a real kick in the face because this perk is geared towards newer players, and what's more upsetting than buying a game just to be told that you immediately need to buy a DLC in order to actually play your game properly. That being said, if you have the money to throw away, I would definitely suggest getting Kate Denson because Windows of Opportunity is a real nice jumpstart to your Survivor career. If you don't have any money laying around to throw into DLC, then the only replacement perk I can really suggest would be Sprint Burst from Meg Thomas. This will give you a huge burst of speed as soon as you start sprinting, which will allow you to get a lot of distance on the killer and give you time to find your next pallet. The next problem I'm going to cover is point gain, or just not being able to get many points. Playing Survivor does not reward you with many points at all, and whilst you're new to the game and dying fairly early on in the match, it is going to be very difficult to actually get your hands on a decent amount of blood points. So you can use some perks to increase your blood point gain and reduce the grind when playing Dead by Daylight. The first and most notable of fixes would be We're Gonna Live Forever from David King. This perk gives you 25% increased points every time you unhook a survivor, and this caps at 4 stacks, which means at the end of a match, if you have unhooked 4 teammates, you will receive a complete double of what you actually earned that match. So this can definitely increase your point game tremendously. The only downside is sometimes people steal your unhooks, which may mean you're not always getting a full use out of this perk, but nonetheless, this game is very grindy, and We're Gonna Live Forever is a non-DLC perk, so I see no reason for you not to go and grab it. Another less popular alternative to blood point gain would be Prove Thyself from Dwight Fairfield. This perk helps counteract the generator repair speed penalty that's applied when multiple people were repairing the same generator, but it also doubles all co-op blood points earned throughout a trial. So this not only helps you with blood point gain, but also helps you do generators faster, leading to a much faster generator completion time, which means you're more likely to escape from the match. Most people underestimate just how many points you really do get from co-op actions, and Prove Thyself doubles them. So at the end of a trial, if you do 1 or 2 generators as co-op using Prove Thyself, you will see that you get an insane amount of blood points just from doing those gens alone. And you will generally be maxed out by 2 gens, which means you are free to spend the rest of the match earning blood points in other ways. My final point is for people who struggle hitting skill checks, and there is once again another perk that can help solve your problem, and that would be Technician from Feng Min. This perk has 2 effects, one of which is very buggy and most of the time doesn't work, but the one that is practically never bugged and we can rely on is the fact that when you fail a skill check on a generator, there is a 50% chance that this generator will not blow up. This means that the killer will not know where you are and you won't be punished as harshly whilst you figure out how to hit those skill checks. So there you go, depending on what issues you have whilst playing Survivor, just choose any of the perks previously mentioned and then level up the characters that those perks belong to. Thank you so much for watching, I really hope this video has helped you out. If you have any more questions, then feel free to come and ask them in my stream, that is twitch.tv/Ardetha, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one.